Oh, this might be a short show.
Padded Room Podcasting Hour is back on the air after a long week hiatus. My name is Darian, and I am back with another fun-filled week of action, adventure, and most importantly, horror movies. And even more importantly than that, Miss Monica is here. What's up, Monica?
I am here.
You made it.
I survived the floods.
You got floods in Phoenix? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Well, I figured, I didn't know you even had water down there. I thought you just, drank dust.
No, apparently it hit all over town except the little city we live in.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you don't live in Phoenix? I thought you lived in Phoenix.
We are 30 miles from it. We're in Buckeye.
Okay, you don't have to give your exact address. I know there are people out there that listen to this show that are... restraining orders and such. But, okay, so no floods in Buckeye.
No floods in Buckeye.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Is Phoenix okay? Are they underwater or what?
They got a lot of damage downtown there.
No shit. So... You'd think they would be happy. They get Phoenix, Arizona. They get rain, every 5-6 years?
I know. I can't believe the news lady actually had a nerve to say that it was time to break out a jacket and boots at 60 degrees. I'm all, what the hell are you talking about?
Dude, let me tell you about the weather up here in Reno right now. I got freezing rain. I just got out of the ice tank in my backyard. I damn near crapped myself. It is no joke. I got icy wind. Dude, it's going down. It's full-on winter here in northern Nevada.
Oh, God. We're still trying to wait for it to cool down to walk the dogs.
That's what you get.
I'm in Australia.
Wow. Good times, man. That's what you get for moving to a desert, dude. That's what you get. And the occasional underwater flood situation.
Right.
Oh, man. Well, I guess that's just what you have to look forward. Is that the standard October there in Arizona? Is just one rainstorm and then right back to normal?
Yeah, I guess it's their monsoon season time, so they get it for a month and then it's gone.
Oh, well, at least you get a month of excitement.
Yeah.
Anybody going fishing or anything, or water parks open for a couple of days?
Well, that they stay open year round, I believe.
I imagine they would have to, yeah. Otherwise, kids just blister and peel as soon as they leave the house, right? Yuck.
Yep.
Ugh, that's what you get, man. Right on. Well, Dusty is not here, Monica, and for very good reason. Shall I regale you?
Yes.
We have an outbreak of head lice here at the Brock House, and nobody wants to come anywhere near us right now, myself included. Now, right now, the lice are limited to my son. We're thinking he probably got them from his football helmet somehow. Check the wife and the daughter. They're both okay. They check me. They say I'm good. But I now have probably at least 6 different industrial chemicals on my scalp. So from the eyebrows up, I look like Freddy Krueger. Good times. And my scalp is on fire, as it should be, I think. We lit the couch on fire last night. We figure, better safe than sorry with the head lice.
It's probably a good thing Deacon's hair is short right now.
It's long enough to produce to where, like, we're finding things in it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the old days when you would find a shoe in there and be like, oh, there's the shoe that I was looking for. But it's long enough to where there's, like, a lot of leftover grass from various football practices, a lot of turf from the sports dome, just random shit like that, you know. And now, apparently, indigenous wildlife has also taken hold.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I told Dusty about it. He's like, yeah, no. With my facial hair, no thank you. You call me when that shit is done and over with, and then I will come join you. I don't blame him. I don't blame him for 1 second. I do miss him, though, and hopefully next week we can, I don't know, get this place exterminated or something, whatever you do to get rid of these things. We got all the special shampoos and conditioners and the hair nets and the fucking combs. Have you seen these combs you got to use, Monica, to get rid of these things?
I have seen them before.
They're basically like hacksaws that you run over your scalp. They are not fun, dude. You don't want it. If you can avoid head lice. Living in the desert, I don't know that head lice can even live down there. It's probably too hot for them. So you might, you're probably in good shape down there. But up here, oh, God, it's a nightmare. Well, I don't know why there hasn't been a head lice horror movie. Is there one out there? There has to be, right?
Oh, very interesting. I don't know. I'll look it up.
Disgusting Night of the Lice or something. Creepy crotch crickets from beyond. I don't know.
Huh.
Why there isn't a movie called Creepy Crotch Crickets from Beyond? That one escapes me. All right, man.
It's a movie called Lice.
Well, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not going to watch it. Too soon, Monica. We got a horror show to get into here, kiddo. We got listener mail and horror news and all the usual stuff. You ready for this shit?
Yep.
Me too. Let's kick it off with a little horror news, Miss Monica.
Horror news.
Oh, horror news. You got anything, Monica?
I got 2 releases to look for.
Okay.
October 17th, this week, we're going to get a movie called Jabberjaw. Have you seen this?
No, but I remember the old cartoon with the stupid shark. Please tell me it has nothing to do with that. If it's got a fucking talking shark, Monica, I'm done.
It is not. It's about a battered woman who goes on a camping trip.
Boy, was I off base with that, wasn't
Yeah,
I?
you were.
Okay, battered woman, got it.
Yeah, battered woman, and there's a stalker in the woods where she's camping at.
Okay.
And the question is, who or what is the stalker?
Dude, if it turns out to be a talking shark, I'm just saying. Because, I mean, you know, that's where we're going with all these Winnie the Pooh and all that. It's like, oh, your childhood favorite, but now it's a super dark human trafficking tale situation. If the stalker turns out to be a talking shark, man, I might just, this just might be the last episode of The Padded Room. I'm telling you right now, I can't even.
And I got one more.
Okay.
And this one might be up your alley. This one is called House of Ashes.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, it's a supernatural flick.
All right.
And I checked out the trailer because I was like, oh, this sounds really intriguing. It's about a woman who miscarries, husband dies, everything that can possibly go wrong. And
it's a feel-good story.
And then shit starts happening in the house.
Okay.
So it's supernatural. I thought the trailer looked okay. It gave me a weird 80s vibe for some reason.
Very cool.
So I saw it. I was like, oh, yeah, Darian's going to love this movie.
I'm interested. Yeah, it sounds good.
So that's at the end of this month.
Okay. Look forward to that.
And that's all I got.
All right. Well, have you ever seen this show, Yellow Jackets?
Yes.
What did you think?
I liked it.
Yeah? Are you caught up on it? I think they got 3 seasons so far, right?
I'm not caught up on it. I only watched it to season 2.
Okay.
And then they took so long, and I was like, oh, now I have to start over.
Okay. Bad news then. The upcoming 4th season is going to be the final season of Yellow Jackets.
Oh, okay.
Jason Harrell was raving about it. It's on my list that I'll get to possibly 3 years after I die. I think is a good time for me to watch Yellow Jackets.
Oh, well, the first 2 seasons I watched, I really liked it. So I don't want to give too much away.
I mean, I got the gist of it. High school volleyball team, is it? Crash lands on a deserted island, and they have to kind of fend for themselves. But then they survive, and you're kind of filling in the blanks of what happened and how they got off the island and things like that. There's like a supernatural situation, if I'm not mistaken. Am I getting close?
Yes, you are on the right track.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely intrigued, but who knows when the hell I'll have time for that. Speaking of things I'll probably never have time for, Warner Brothers is already in development for Mortal Kombat 3. We're supposed to be getting Mortal Kombat 2 early next year. Have you seen the latest Mortal Kombat rendition, Monica?
I have not, but I know 2 of my wrestlers are in the new one they're filming right now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Which ones, do you know?
Yeah, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes.
That sounds about right. They got the physique for such a thing. I like the last one that came out. There were some silly things. Didn't really follow the canon of the video games, but I'm not going to bore you to death with all that shit. It's little stuff that kind of doesn't add up, but it's fine. Speaking of movies that are coming out, have you heard of Coyotes, starring Justin Long and Kate Bosworth?
Yes, I brought that one up a few weeks ago.
You did, and it's actually going to hit VOD next week.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I already started it.
Oh, did you? Good. What did you think? You can give us the inside track on it.
Well, I'm only like 15 minutes into it because I stopped it because I was trying to watch it while I was working, and it was pretty good for the opener, and I was like, oh, I got to pay attention to this movie.
Okay, well, we're off to a solid start.
But it was good.
But it's good to know that you're still wasting your company's money by watching horror movies while you work. I was worried that you had given that up and actually tried to be a productive employee. I'm glad to hear that you're still a slacker.
Well, if I didn't watch it while I worked, I'd have no time then.
I'm right there with you, kid. I'm right there. If I didn't have to drive for most of my day, I would be in my office pretending to look at spreadsheets while I'm actually watching horror movies. Speaking of slacking, The Long Walk. Have you seen this one yet?
I just seen the trailer.
It's going to hit digital next week and a physical release next month. So it's, dystopian. Kids got to walk until they die, basically. Last one standing gets whatever he wants, I guess.
I know, how crazy.
Statistically, I don't like them odds. You know? I mean, it's like a Stephen King version of the Hunger Games without anybody falling in love or shooting anyone with a crossbow that I know of. Yeah, could be wrong, but that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch it.
Me too. Here's something you probably don't want to watch. All 44 episodes of Freddy's Nightmares are currently streaming on Tubi. You remember that show?
Oh, Freddy's Nightmares.
Yeah.
Freddy's Night. Was that like a 30-minute show or something?
The pilot, I believe, was an hour and a half. It's basically like a network version of Tales from the Crypt, but it was hosted by Freddy Krueger.
You know what? I never seen any of these, so I might be interested.
They're by and large they're not very good. That I will say it's kind of cool because Robert Englund actually plays Freddy Krueger, and he pops up and he like introduces this show, and he's like, this guy's got a real problem with his appliances at his apartment, and then we launch into his little nightmare. But there is a good episode that was like the pilot, and it was like the whole it was like a prequel to Nightmare on Elm Street. It was like the Freddy Krueger getting caught and arrested, and then he goes to court, and then he gets released from jail, and then you get to see the parents actually track him down. Robert Englund, mind you, track him down and roast him. So that's kind of cool.
Okay.
If anything else, watch for that episode. After that, it gets pretty dumb. It's, I think the concept of the show was going to be every week he was going to kill another teenager in a fun, nightmarish kind of way, but it got very silly very fast because it was like on NBC. So you can't really... Oh. Yeah, no bad language, very limited gore, no nudity or teen sex or anything, so... Yeah, it's not a lot you can do there. But if you really want to check it out, all 44 of those bad guys are presently streaming on Tubi.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I might need like background noise while I'm working.
There you go. And it's only a half hour, so you can easily pretend to be reading a spreadsheet for a half an hour. I'm sure of it. All right, kiddo, that's all we got on the horror news. You ready for some listener mail?
Yep.
Let's do that.
Listener mail.
We got ourselves an email here, Monica, coming all the way from Sydney, Australia.
Oh, right.
Here comes the dummy of horror himself. Team is in the house. Subject line, Terradome Grand Final already. I think he meant Grand Finale already.
Okay.
My dearest friends, how are we this fine October day? I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Just want to come in real quick with a few things. Terradome. Damn. This is a grand final matchup. It's a little different than the blowouts we've been getting lately. He's talking, of course, about the Cenobites and the werewolves, I believe. This matchup is tough, though, but after much thought, I'm going to go with the werewolves. I don't think the Cenobites have access to silver, so that's my reason. That's kind of my thought process as well, Tim. Hooks and chains are scary, but you got goddamn werewolves, man. I mean, what? Other than restraining them, I don't know how they're going to really do any lasting damage.
Yeah, they don't die.
Exactly. They'll just, it'll be painful, but then they'll just tear themselves loose, and then they'll heal, and then they're going to be even more pissed off, which is not what you want. So that's my reason. I checked out VHS Halloween. It's been a week since I watched it and can't remember really anything about it. I found it to be a little disappointing, if I'm being honest, not one of my favorite entries. That's all I really have this week, but I hope you guys have an amazing week. Much love to you all. XOXOXO, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Monica, have you checked out VHS Halloween yet?
I watched the first story only.
Okay. What'd you think of that one?
And you know what? I kind of enjoyed it.
Okay.
Have you seen it yet?
I have not. And to be honest, I'm it's on Shudder. It popped up. I'm wanting to save it for later because I was really looking forward to it. I was not at all impressed by VHS Beyond. I thought that was some dumb shit. So,
yeah, I think that's the one I stopped and I couldn't even watch it.
That was it. They really wanted to take it to a sci-fi place, and I just don't think it worked the way they had hoped. But that's neither here nor there. So I'm not wanting to fall in love just to get my heart broken again, Monica. You know what I mean?
Well, I had to stop it. I couldn't finish it all, but the first story that I saw, I'll give it a thumbs up.
Okay. That might be a good pick for immersion therapy this weekend. Just saying.
Oh,
just
okay.
a thought. Just putting that out there. All right, that's all we got on the emails. How about some voicemails here, dudes? Let's kick things off with our main man in Southern California. Here comes Mr. Tom Hardy. Hey-yo!
Hey-yo! Padded Room, how's my favorite degenerates this week?
What's up, dude?
I hope everyone is doing well. Hey,
yeah, buddy.
I wanted to call in, get in there real quick on the educating department.
Yeah.
What do we got
This
there?
is an easy one, man.
The Twilight Zone flick movie, yeah?
If you missed this one, I was going to make fun of you.
On the fucking Terror Dome, what are we looking at? The
Werewolves and Cenobites.
Man, finally, like a good competitive matchup.
This could have been. Tim's right. This could have been the grand finale.
Fucking, put me down for the Cenobites.
You got it.
Just put me down. I don't know why. Just put me down for the Cenobites.
You don't have to explain yourself.
Got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser, and I'm just feeling the Cenobites today.
I agree.
On the fucking what are you looking at department? I got to catch 2 new flicks.
Okay.
Black Phone. Hadn't seen it before.
Oh, that's a good one.
Fucking check that out. Good flick, man. Now I'm looking forward to the sequel. You know, I saw the sequel was coming. I was like, let's give this one a run.
Yeah.
Great fucking flick, man. I enjoyed it. And then I got to catch...
I'm having mixed emotions about the trailers I've seen.
Deadstream.
Oh, that's a good one.
And,
that was funny.
I think I've heard you guys talk about it. Good flick. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Very silly.
One thing... So I'm fucking watching it, and, you know, your protagonist guy, I can't remember the fucker's name, he gets spooked, and he, like, screams, like, ah! He screams, like, and fuck me if I cannot hear fucking Darian's voice in my head. And this guy's acting like a fucking vagina or something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck. I listen to too much Padded Room. Anyway, that's all I got.
I would say...
Love you like family.
Love you too, Tom Hardy. I would argue that you're not listening to enough Padded Room. If you're hearing my voice in your head while you're watching movies, I think you need a little more Padded Room in your life. Maybe we need to come up with like a 12-step program to wean you off of the show. I don't know. Maybe some prescription drugs. Thanks for calling in, Tom Hardy. Here comes Alan.
Padded Room, what's up? Hope everybody's doing good. Let's see.
What's up,
Alan? Fuck it. Give me the werewolf.
Yeah,
Mr. Darian, you are Twilight Zone.
Easy peasy.
Let's see. Emerging Therapy. I watched Edmund Kemper. Yeah, okay. He was one of the few serial killers that scared me.
Big
Richard
guy.
Ramirez was another one. I wanted to be, when I was in high school, I seriously considered being a profiler until I started reading the books about it. And one of the guys went to interview Edmund Kemper, and they put him in the room. Edmund Kemper wasn't handcuffed, wasn't restrained. Guard was outside. And Edmund Kemper looked at his hands, looked up at the guy interviewing, and said, "You'd never scream."
Ooh.
So, yeah,
That's
that kind of made me not want to do that anymore.
Yeah, I get that.
But the movie had good effects, but...
I don't know. I don't know about that, man.
The acting was really, really bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see, what else? Thinking about The Strangers and Part 2, them hitting a trailer park.
Yeah.
If The Strangers hit a trailer park in Alabama, they would have the problem.
Oh, yeah.
They'd probably become missing people.
Yeah, no way.
That's all. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Beautiful. Thanks for calling in, Alan. I have to agree with Alan on that one. Trailer parks, by and large, can be dangerous places. I'm here in northern Nevada. I believe we are still in the Guinness Book of World Records as having the world's largest trailer park. Basically, we have an entire community outside of Reno. Monica, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it is basically about, 15, 20 square miles of nothing but trailers. And there is some weird, nasty shit that goes on out there. And I make it a point to drive around that area as much as I can. Except they do have a pretty good restaurant, like right in the middle, which I go to sometimes. But other than that, I try to avoid it at all costs.
Oh, which little town are we talking about?
Sun Valley.
Oh.
Come on now. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes. I've been to some of those trailers.
Things get wild out there in the valley, bro. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Lots of drugs.
Yeah, you go out there with your two girlfriends looking to do a home invasion and kill somebody. There's people in the trailers with masks on, hoping you would stop by. You know what I mean? Oh, good. Yeah, Tamara is here. Come on in, babe. Scary shit. Right on, dude. Monica, you got anything for Tom Hardy or Alan?
No, thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Always a pleasure.
We're gonna get more into Ed Kemper here in a quick few, but right now it's time for some October Blood Lust.
Oh boy.
October Blood Lust.
Ooh, it's October Blood Lust time, Monica. I got a feeling we're going to be a little disappointing this week because I did not get nearly as many movies in as I wanted to. Busy fucking week dealing with head lice and, 1, 2, 3, 4 different football games. God damn it. Why don't I start things off? I got in Screamboat from 2025. Have you seen this one?
Yes, I have.
Oh, this is some dumb shit, Monica. So, okay, let me explain myself before I get into this. My plan, okay, first off, I live in a very busy house, and I'm not making excuses for myself or for Screamboat, but like you, I'm sure, and a lot of our listeners, we turn on the TV, we think to ourselves, I'm going to watch a horror movie. We pick a random streaming service that we subscribe to, and then we look at we go to the horror section, and then we go, seen it, got it, seen it, own it, seen it, look stupid, seen it, look stupid, seen it, got it, bought it, own it, seen it, look stupid. And then before you know it, like 2 hours have gone by, and you're on your third streaming service, and you haven't started shit. So I say to myself, Monica, I'm going to get up. Because I have to get up early if I want to actually watch and finish a horror movie. I have to get up early before anybody else does, and I have to sneak out to the living room. Hopefully, don't wake anybody up, because if I do, then that's it. Nothing's happening. But I sneak out here and I say to myself, first thing I haven't seen, boom, that's what I'm putting on, and I'm going to watch the son of a bitch. Light up Peacock. Hit the horror section. First thing that pops up that I haven't seen, Screamboat from 2025. Oh, man. So this is supposed to be I guess it was supposed to be Mickey Mouse is supposed to be the killer, right?
Yes.
Based loosely on the original Mickey Mouse concept of Steamboat Willie, which was, I guess, Walt Disney's first draft of the Mickey Mouse character. And now he's on the Staten Island ferry, and he was trapped in the hull, and some souvenir hunter let him loose, and now he's running around killing people in a very stupid fashion. If you had removed the Mickey Mouse idea, this raggy-looking creature thing from the equation, and just put a fat dude with a mask in there, I would have been much happier with this movie. There's another Mickey Mouse asswipe movie called Mousetrap, which is the same basic idea, except it's not a mouse creature, it's a literal dude in a mouse mask killing people. It's not much better, but I will say it is better than Screamboat. You got a whole crap ton of CGI effects that aren't really necessary. You got some, I'll say, mid to substandard acting, which is fine. We're horror fans. We can deal with bad acting. But I think it's just the look of the creature, and I don't want to ruin it, but the horse shit that they do to defeat the creature at the end is really the killer for me. What did you think of Screamboat, Monica?
I just kind of, at the beginning when they were getting on the boat and stuff, I was all excited. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. You can actually do that. I want to get on that boat.
Sure.
But then, once you kind of got a clip, I just started laughing. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing with my time? But I realize everybody deserves a chance to get their movie watched.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, I'll just watch it.
I watched it. It's not good. I'll say that. If you are fiending for a Mickey Mouse themed horror movie. Go check. Have you seen Mousetrap, Monica? Do you remember that one?
I know which one you're talking about. I have not seen it or watched it.
It's the same basic idea, except it's just a guy in a Mickey Mouse mask killing kids in like a Fun Quest type of a thing, like a coconut bowl situation. You know, so they go in there after it closes to party. This guy shows up and starts whacking them. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It makes sense. This little creature and the dumb shit fucking things they did. I mean, it's okay. It's clearly a guy in a stupid fucking mouse costume. Okay, that's fine. But they wanted him to look, I guess, like a legit. So they tried to shrink him down. Was the thing. You know what I'm saying? So they like when he's running away and stuff. They show like a little I don't know. It looked like about a 9-inch tall like little figurine running around, and like that's 99% of my problem with like the Child's Play movie. Just grab him and throw him off the fucking boat. That's it. Yeah, then there's like several occasions where the characters have the opportunity to do so, but instead they scream and run away. Field goal kick his ass into a wall and then stomp on him until he stops moving. All right, I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm going to tell you to avoid Screamboat from 2025. What do you got? What did you get in this week, Monica?
So I'll start with my old movies first.
Okay.
I started with this movie called Violated from 1953.
Violated. Woo. Okay.
Yeah, and it was very interesting because now I see where maybe Maniac came from.
Okay.
So it's basically about a serial killer, and he would kill women but cut off a piece of their locks or their hair.
Okay.
But the acting was very bad.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't write it down, but it was interesting to me because I was looking up the cast of this movie, and they had a woman named Lily. I don't know her last name, but she was like the first exotic dancer of the 50s.
Ooh.
And doing S&M and bondage pictures.
Holy cow.
And I was like, who is this woman? Like, I tried to find info on her, and there was nothing on her. It was just showing that she did this one movie and she disappeared. But I think this movie gave serial killers of the 80s a start to theirs.
Okay, very cool. It's called Violated?
Uh-huh. You can find it on Tubi.
Violated from 1953. Her name is Lily Dawn.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't find nothing on her. I was like trying to find out, is she alive? How did she die? Nothing.
Yeah, she was in a Betty Page documentary in 1998, and then this movie, and that was it.
Yeah,
so,
amazing.
Okay, right on. That's exciting.
Yeah, I do have to say, these people in this movie, they probably didn't take any acting lessons at all.
That's the best, isn't it? And it's 1955. Like, okay, I like the golden age of cinema. You know what I'm saying? And I like the Universal monsters. But like, you remember the Wolfman?
Yeah.
The original. Remember when he would kill people? He would just pop up behind them, put his hands on their shoulders, and then they would both sink down into the screen. And then that was it. Almost looked like he was giving them a back rub. And then he would go, ah! And they would go, ah! And then they would just slowly sink down. And then, boom, dead.
That's funny.
It's ridiculous. It's like you want to. I mean, I get it. It's 1955. You don't want to be too graphic, but at the same time, it's like you guys could put a little more effort into this. I'm just saying.
You just wait till you hear my second one.
Okay, well, let's get to my second one. I can't wait to tell you about, what did I get here? Hold Your Breath from 2024. Have you seen this one?
It sounds familiar. Which one was this one?
Sarah Paulson. She is in the early 1930s. She's in the Dust Bowl. And she is basically stuck on her little farmstead there as the black blizzards are happening. She's in Oklahoma. Her husband is left to try to finds something, and she's left there with her 2 daughters as like these horrendous dust storms are kicking up, and she's isolated and she's seeing things and she's slowly losing her mind, she thinks, or there might be a supernatural entity haunting the dust storms too. That sound familiar at all?
Okay, no, I was just looking at the screen while you were telling me. No, I have not watched this one.
It's not bad. It is very reminiscent of the others.
Okay.
But the ending is different. They're not ghosts, I'll tell you right now. It's cool. I'm always fascinated by like these historic horror movies. Like Dust Bowl, Great Depression era, World War I, World War II.
Right.
I didn't care for that. Did you ever see The Wind?
The Wind.
There's a movie called The Wind, yeah. And it's not that dissimilar from this one. It's like a young wife is left alone out on the prairie in her cabin while her husband goes off to, I think, go to town. He has to go to the town, but the town is like 40 miles away, so that takes like a week and a half. So she's just kind of isolated there by herself for a week and a half, and she gets all up in her head, and she thinks the wind is talking to her.
Oh, no, but it sounds interesting.
It is interesting. This one, I think, was nominally better. Sarah Paulson, of course, is a great actress. It's fascinating, and you kind of like have to think about what life would have been like in Oklahoma during the Dust Bowl, especially if you're there by yourself with 2 daughters, and you're getting some. You look out the window and all you see is dirt flying past you at 100 miles an hour. And you start to see things because there's really nothing else to see. You got no books to read. There's no TV. There's no board games. All you can do is read the Bible and stare out the window. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Yeah, that's creepy enough.
I probably would have shot myself in the face just for something to do, man. Just because I don't have any. I'm just bored and I need something to do. Why not pump around into my skull? I don't know. But it borders on supernatural versus her possibly going crazy. And also we have dehydration and starvation start to kick in a little bit. Also paranoia. It's a whole thing. It's a pretty good show. I will say it's a pretty good show. I found it on Hulu in their Huluween section.
Oh, okay.
So it might be worth checking out if you're interested in that.
Yeah, I like her, so I'll probably watch this one.
Yeah, not a bad show. What else you got there, Monica?
I jumped over to 1954 and watched Attack of the Giant Leeches.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Now, let me tell you.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't too bad till you actually saw the leeches.
Okay.
You could clearly tell that these were people in a big leech costume.
What does a person in a big leech costume look like? To me, you say that to me, and what I'm picturing is a guy laying down in a garbage bag, basically dry humping the floor. Is that what's going down?
Well, these leeches apparently looked like they could kind of stand up and grab you.
Okay.
Because when it started getting to more, you could see more of the leeches as they were kidnapping more people.
Okay.
I was like, "Are you telling me that leech has an arm?" Okay, clearly this is a man in a costume,
right?
And they're sucking on people's faces.
Great.
And I was just like, oh my God, but okay, I got it over with. I watched it. I can say I've seen it. Yeah, it's just basically there's a game warden and people start missing, and they figured out it was leeches that were killing people from the autopsy, and then they found out there was a cave underneath the water. Mm-hmm. So the people that were still alive that the leeches were sucking off got dragged underneath to the cave where they were feeding on them.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's where you got to see that they like had arms and they could like stand up.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, just the whole scene, like the game warden was like, okay, I'm going to go down to the cave. And then his friend has him on a rope. And he's like, okay, just tug on the rope when you need me to come down. And I'm watching it, and he's clearly tugging on the rope, and his friend is just sitting there. I'm all, you're supposed to go down there and help him. What are you doing?
Okay. All right.
But, yeah, that was my next movie. It wasn't bad.
That is a hard sell. When did you say this movie was made? 53?
54.
54. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard sell. Now, what I can tell you right now what happened. The studio said, dude, we got the giant Gila monster. We got food for the gods. What is the scariest fucking animal you can think of? And somebody raised their hand and said leeches. And they just said, okay, giant leeches, go. And then we said, oh, shit, they don't really move around. And they don't really, I mean, you can avoid them just by not going in still, standing water. So how the fuck do we make these things scary? I mean, they suck blood. That's gnarly, right? But
well,
it's like if there was like a swarm of deadly turtles. Okay, just walk the other direction. You'll be fine. They're not gonna chase you. So how do we make leeches scary? Okay, we got to give them arms and legs. If we could put lasers on their heads or something, that would be cool. None of this is going to make sense, by the way. So, but just go. Here's $50,000. Just go make the fucking movie.
I have to correct it. It was 1959, but I think for the year, I mean, people probably didn't know too much about leeches, and it was probably scary back then.
It wouldn't have surprised me if they just had guys like in black bodysuits, like just bear hugging people and calling that Attack of the Leeches. There you go. maybe put some cool goggles on them or something like that. I don't know. Call them space leeches because that makes sense. All right. Attack of the Leeches there. I love it. All right. Well, the last movie I got to get in this week, sadly, is one of my all-time favorites. Monica, I know you've seen this one. It's Flesh Eater from 1988. Remember this bad guy?
Oh, no, I don't know. I have to see the picture.
Bill Heinzman, who was the very first zombie in Night of the Living Dead, the one that pops up and chases him through the cemetery.
Oh.
This was his quote-unquote spiritual sequel to Night of the Living Dead. It was made in 1988. It's basically Night of the Living Dead if it happened on Halloween night in the mid-'80s with plenty of unnecessary tits, which I'm not mad at, by the way. Mm-hmm. You've probably seen it. Kids do like a weird kind of haunted hayride camp out thing while the farmer is pulling a tree stump out, and then he finds like a coffin with a pentagram on it. So naturally he opens it, and that's where zombie Bill Heinzman is, and he pops out and bites the farmer. Zombie number 2, those two guys go and attack the kids as they're trying to have sex with each other. Plenty of tits there. Zombies number 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then they find another. They wander into the town, right, where they find another Halloween party going down, and more tits, of course. Zombies 11, 12, 13, and 14, and 15. And then we have like a random... So this is the best part of this movie. Bill Heinzman was apparently a horny bastard because all of the scenes that involve tits have him as the attacking zombie. So like there's one random chick in the shower, and he just pops up in her bedroom. Ah! She gets out, and he throws her on the bed and jumps on top of her, and now we have tits zombie number 17, and then it just goes on from there.
God.
It's dumb. Its special effects are bad. But it's everything you want in an 80s zombie apocalypse movie. Plenty of boobs, beasts, blood, and butt cheeks, I guess. It would be the other P. I don't know. It's one of my favorite Halloween watches, and I was lucky to get it in this week, so there's that. I think you can watch it on Tubi if you really want to see it today.
Oh, I think I'm looking at the cover of it, and I'm like, yeah, I might. I think I passed on this one. Just
oh, oh, Monica, it's bad. Is it? No, I'll tell you right now, it's bad. But it's one of my favorite Halloween movies.
Got it.
Yeah, I feel like if you started watching it, you'd be like, oh yeah, I've seen this one, you son of a bitch. And then you turn it off, which is fine. It's totally understandable. I get that. Sadly, other than our immersion therapy this week, those are all the movies I got in, which is kind of a bummer. What else you got there, Monica?
Okay. Well, I don't know which one to go with then. Okay, so I've been staring at the cover of this movie, and I finally buckled down, and I'm glad I did it.
Okay.
It's called Shell.
Oh, okay.
It stars Kate Hudson. And, I can't think of her name. It's the girl from The Invisible Man.
Oh, is that Kate Bosworth?
No, it's
another Kate.
Yeah, I can't think of her name, but this was a really, really good movie. If you liked The Substance.
Elizabeth Moss.
Yes. This is better than that.
Really?
Yeah. It's basically.
Same concept?
Yeah, she's a movie star. They don't want to give her any roles, and she keeps singing the commercials of Kate Hudson's company, how they make you youthful again. And so her team finally talks her into going to do the procedure, and she just becomes amazing again.
Ooh.
But there's a catch to trying to look young again. Should I give it away?
I imagine you are going to rot from the inside. Isn't that usually how it works?
No, let's just say, as they show in the movie, lobsters don't age.
Okay. Okay.
So let's use whatever is inside of the lobster and start injecting it into people.
Okay.
And then what do you think happens?
They develop lobster claws. Yeah.
They turn into a lobster.
I love that about them.
So, little hottie, Cindy Crawford's daughter plays in this.
Ooh.
And she does become a full-on lobster.
Of course.
Which I don't know why such a hot girl would have to go to this company looking for beauty.
Shit. Elizabeth Berkley is in this movie, Monica.
Yes, I know.
From Showgirls.
Yeah, she starts the opening scene of this movie.
Okay.
But it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, right on. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Well, I checked out the brand new Witchboard.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you
going to watch that?
No, but I have not heard anything good about it, which is disappointing because I saw the trailers and I thought it looked pretty kick-ass. And to be honest with you, I wasn't a huge fan of the original, so I thought this one would be better. What did you think?
I kind of, I know I kept thinking about that while I was watching it. I was like, do I like this one better than the original?
Yeah.
Maybe I do because it's got more gore and stuff in it and a little better storyline.
Okay.
So I would give this movie about a 7 or an 8.
Okay. How do you think it was faithful to the original or no?
No.
Okay.
No. It's nothing like that. It starts off completely different. Yeah, because I kind of want you to watch this because I think you will like it better.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me.
Than the original. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It had a good storyline in it. The special effects in it were pretty good too. So,
okay.
I don't know who hated this movie. But,
Which
it was okay.
Witchboard enthusiasts, super fans of the original Witchboard, I would say. Mainly Tom Hardy, I think. I'm listening to Tom Hardy again.
Oh, he hated it.
I think so. I don't think he liked it. Or it might have been Jason Harrell. I don't know. But, I mean, when was the last time you watched the original, Monica?
It's been a few years.
So, I watched it a couple months ago, and then I listened to a podcast about it by these two gay guys that do horror movies. And they broke down the whole gay subtext of Witchboard. Like
the new one?
No, the old one. About how the two guys were secretly in love with each other, but then Tawny Katane came between them, and that's why they resented each other. But then when Tawny got possessed, they kind of rediscovered their love for each other and went on a fucking road trip together.
What movie? Were they watching a porn version? Because that's not even what I got from the... Is that what you got from the first one?
I mean, not watching it, but now that they broke it down like that, I'm kind of with them a little bit. Because maybe I'm just putting my queer eye on or whatever, but that's what...
Just for that reason, I'm going to have to watch this now and watch for the secret hidden messages between the two of them.
I think my gay friends may be onto something here. I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers, but that's a whole thing. All right. Anyway, what else you got there, Monica?
I watched the brand new Conjuring.
Okay. The Last Rites.
Yes, number 4.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
Yeah?
I absolutely loved it. I love Patrick Wilson to death.
Yeah.
So he could do no wrong.
I agree.
But, I kind of feel... Have you watched it?
Not yet.
Oh, I think if they keep... I feel like they could possibly keep going with this movie.
They probably will. It's Blumhouse, man. If it makes 32 cents at the box office, they'll crank out 4 more of them. So it would not surprise me for a second if we got another Conjuring movie.
And did you see who bought the rights to all of their stuff?
Who?
The comedian. What's his name?
Matt Rife. Yeah, he bought the haunted museum from the Warrens. Yeah.
He bought the house too.
Oh, did he?
So, yeah, I was reading that he wants to open it up and, start letting people come through and see the museum and stuff. And I was like, oh, man, I can't wait. I want to go.
Nice. Very nice.
And then the last one I watched was also a brand new one called The Man in My Basement. And that's on Hulu.
Okay. What is the man? This sounds like another gay thing, but what is the man in your basement?
No, this one's got our buddy in it, William Dafoe in it.
Oh, very cool. He looks like he belongs in a basement, I feel like.
He was the man in the basement.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I almost feel this movie was definitely about teaching someone a lesson in life.
Okay.
Basically... It's, I'm just going to say it the way I say it, so don't take it wrong, anybody listening out there.
Go ahead.
So it's about this black guy who has no job, and his mom died, and the bank is going to foreclose on his house, and William comes along out of the blue and is like, hey, I want to rent your basement for 65 days. And he was like, and I'll pay you $1,000 a day.
Whew.
And this guy is like, dude, are you crazy, white man? What the hell do you want? And so when he realizes he has no options and he really needs money, he does rent the basement out, and he comes down to the basement to find that William has built himself a cage, a cell, and he's locked himself in there for 65 days.
Okay.
And so basically the guy is like, what kind of white guy comes to a black man's house and wants to be locked up in a basement? He's all, do you know what's going to happen to me if the police find you here in the basement? And he's like, look, dude, I just need to disappear from the world for 65 days. And they like go back and forth because all he wants is the guy to, you know, bring me my meals, pretty much hand me a book when I ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to reflect on life. And basically, in the meantime, the guy is finding all of this African artifacts in his house that have been passed down to generations. And he realizes through William that he can open a museum and share all this stuff. And basically, it's a life lesson, but it's like cat and mouse between the two of them down there for a while.
Okay. Well, it's definitely an interesting concept. Yeah. It sounds good.
I kept just thinking, man, can you imagine if I rented someone's basement and they brought me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for 65 days, how much weight I could lose?
Oh, look at you. Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to tan down there, Monica. You're going to come out there looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. Oh, shit.
Well, maybe I need a tanning bed in the cell.
Yeah, I mean, for $1,000 a day, you... First off, I'm going to need a lot more than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so I'm going to need the Wi-Fi password. I'm going to need, I don't know what the plumbing situation is down there.
Yeah, he didn't have any of that. He just had a light bulb. He had a table. He had a can to poop and pee in. He had a running hose in there.
All right.
And that's it. He wanted to enjoy the peace and quiet and acknowledge his life and the shit that he did wrong.
Okay.
And but yeah, it was really good.
All right. Well, I'm definitely interested. That sounds fascinating. Good for him.
There was a scene where William was washing himself. He was naked, and you get a quick peek at his manhood.
I heard he's got a huge ding dong.
Yeah, you told me that.
So
as I quickly saw like the quick view, I just went, damn, that dude has a big dick. Fuck.
I don't know if you've ever seen Antichrist, but
I have.
I don't know. I know. So that's a Lars von Trier movie, and he is known for showing hardcore penetration in his movies, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But he's also known for using apparati in place of actual penises.
Okay.
The Hollywood rumor is that no stunt ding-dongs were used during Antichrist. That's actually... Because he had a big fat hog on him in Antichrist, too.
Well, that's what I remembered you telling me. And so when I just barely saw a peek of it, I was like, God damn.
Not only am I a member of the Willem Dafoe fan club, I'm also the president.
But that's all I got in.
All righty. That was your October Blood Lust for the weekend, mates. Hopefully we will have more movies for you next week. I'm trying my new move, or what I'm trying to do for this week, Monica, is to run through all the franchise classics.
Okay.
I was hoping to get. I started Nightmare on Elm Street like 23 times, and every time I do, somebody runs in and turns it off, or we got to go somewhere, or some other horse shit, and then that's about it. But I'm hoping to do Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Saw, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scream, and possibly Hellraiser by next week is what I'm shooting.
Oh, okay. You good luck with that.
That's my goal. That's what I'm aiming for. So,
are you taking the week off work?
I might have to, or either that, or I'm gonna be driving and watching. So, if I'm not here on next week's show, it's because I drove off a cliff.
Okay.
Good news. All right, let's take us a little break. We'll come back with some other stuff, babe.
Okay.
If this world is wearing thin and you're thinking of escape, I'll go anywhere with you. Just wrap me up in make it safe back to your own world. You better hope and pray that you'll wake one day in your own world. 'Cause when you sleep at night, they don't even try as in your own world. Only time will tell if you can break the spell back in your own world.
Hey inmates, if you like what you hear, head over to the Padded Room Facebook group and support us through the Patreon link with a small monthly donation. Check out the T-Villain link at paddedroom.podbean.com and grab some t-shirts. Thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, Monica, we are back, baby.
We are back.
I just played the Ghost Patrick Wilson song, and I had a quick thought. Who, if I were going to go gay, who would be the first guy that I would go gay with? Patrick Wilson comes to mind, but I have to stay with my original boyfriend, Luke Evans. Now, who is hotter to you, Monica? Luke Evans or Patrick Wilson? Luke Evans can sing also. He did that cover of that Pat Benatar song, Blow Your Face Right Off Ya.
Yeah, I don't think either of them is attractive, but
What?
I would pick Patrick Wilson.
Oh, God. Why? Because they have all their teeth, Monica? Is that the turnoff for you?
No, I mean, how do I explain it? They are good-looking men, but they're not what I would want to be like, oh, I need to jump that guy's bones.
Did you ever see a movie called Hard Candy?
Yeah.
With Patrick Wilson and Ellen Page? He was a right creeper in that one. And that's a little bit of a turnoff for me. So, for that reason, I think I'm going to stay with my original boyfriend, Luke Evans.
Okay.
That's just me, though. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Area code 775-387-0275, inmates. I want to know who you're going to go gay with. Patrick Wilson or Luke Evans in the gay off. So
yeah, let's hear this.
I got to go Luke all day long. Speaking of gay offs, how about a Terradome?
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in. I'll kill you all. I'll drive you crazy. I'll kill you all. My worst dream come true.
6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
to the Terradome.
All right, first last week's winners. We had in the Inferno Conference Werewolves versus the Cenobites. The candles blew out as the howling came closer. The box sprung to life and Frank's escorts arrived. Unfortunately, the pack was right behind them with superior numbers and unmatched ferocity. The demons were torn to shreds and Frank along with them, and then the box was returned to its rightful owners. With a vote of 6-2, the Werewolves advance over the Cenobites, Monica.
All right.
I had a feeling it was going to go that way.
Of course.
The logic just doesn't back the Cenobites on that equation.
Yeah.
Speaking of unlogical equations, get ready for this one. We are in the Inferno Conference Round 2, inmates. As usual, bear with me, I'm not good at writing things. The ship appeared through the fog. The hull and mast were visible, but little else. It seemed old, rickety, and disused, almost as if it were lost at sea for decades, then just randomly dropped anchor off the Virginia coast. Then the screaming started. Women, 6 or 7 of them, and 2 dead bodies, all wash up on the beach. They break for the Virginia wilds in a hurry, terrified and screaming about terrible dead things on the ghost galleon. Sniffing fresh prey in their homestead, the brothers spring into action, readying traps, sharpening blades, and loading crossbows. Fresh meat was hard to come by in their parts, and they were ravenous. Aboard the ship, skeletal hands gripped rusting blades. Undead steeds were saddled and mounted. The blind dead would ride again. We have the Blind Dead versus the Haddiger brothers, Monica. I gotta go. Here's what. Okay, the Blind Dead are obviously undead, right? They're basically skeleton Knights Templars, but they're so fucking slow is the problem, even on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of, what was it, Night of the Seagulls, I think, as soon as the sun comes up, they all just fall over. And then that's the end of the movie. So there's that. On the other hand, the Haddiger brothers from the Wrong Turn movies are fast, but they're still just living people. They're inbred as shit and probably smell real bad and have fun traps, and that one guy is really good with a bow and arrow, so there's that too. I think I got to go with the Blind Dead on this. What do you think, Monica?
That's who I was going with, regardless of what you were going to say.
You're taking the blind. You don't even care what I have to say. You already made up your mind. It's the Blind Dead.
Well, I was just like, well, even though the Blind Dead might fall apart, they're going to come back to life again, and again, and again. And the brothers can actually be killed and harmed.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And they have the coolest background music, too.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that means. I don't know, but it's creepy as shit. That's your Terradome matchup for the weekend, mates. Oh, there was that new Blind Dead movie. Did you see that one that came out 2019 or something like that?
No.
Where they're eating babies? It's like a post-apocalyptic thing. And there's like a survival camp, and they have to feed the Blind Dead a baby like every 3 months to keep them happy. I think it's called The Blind Dead. I'm going to shoot you a link when when we're done recording here.
Yeah.
It's something. It's something to see. It's a new take on The Blind Dead, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's a little wacky. It's well, they're eating babies, so I guess that's a new twist on The Blind Dead. They never did that before.
Yeah, that might be interesting.
Yeah, baby eating. That's your Terradome matchup for the weekend, mates. It's the Blind Dead versus the Haddiger brothers. Get us your vote by next week if you can. Area code 775-387-0275 is the mental health hotline. Feel free to drop a line. Tell us what you think of the show. If you have a cure for head lice, or a quick fix even, or just something that doesn't involve dipping my son's head in gasoline, I would love to hear that. Relationship advice. We're not very good at it, but we'll take a crack at it. Monica's very good with cars. If you're having car problems, she can probably walk you through some things. Or you can email us at mail@paddedroompodcast.com. We'd love to hear from you that way also. In the meantime, we're going to skip What Are You Looking At, because we just did a good hour on it, and jump right into some immersion therapy, shall we?
Okay.
Immersion therapy.
Ed Kemper, Monica. Now, here's the thing. Not a bad show, more of a true crime situation, but I have a certain quota on the amount of whitey tighties that I can see in a movie. And this one just blew that right off the fucking roof, man. Like, I don't mind a little whitey tighties, but this guy was rocking whitey tighties like 60% of the movie, and like dirty, funky ones. And the part where his mom found the little hole in the whitey tighties, I feel like this movie really could have just been called Whitey Tighties, and that would have been enough, because I feel like that was the star of the movie was this dude's whitey tighties.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, nasty for reals. And like, I don't know. I didn't do a deep dive on Ed Kemper. I feel like I don't need that in my life. But like his mom drunkenly masturbating outside his bedroom door, dude.
Yeah. I just I don't understand that one girl that had a chance to get away.
The Asian?
And she insisted on staying.
Yeah. And he's like putting tape on her mouth, and she's like, "Oh, this is fun." In what part of the world is this okay? I have no idea. Even in 1976 or whenever it was, no, you're not going to put tape on my mouth. I'm going to go ahead and open this car door, and I'm going to run as fast as I can in the opposite direction. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
I seriously hope that like some creative liberties were taken with this, because if it actually went down that way, then
she deserved what she got.
Well, I'm glad you said it, because I wasn't going to say it. But it's not like she was asking for it. But at the same time, come on, man. Yeah. You get into a car with a guy, and he's like, "Oh, let's put some tape on your mouth. It'll be fun." Get the fuck out of here. God.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, this guy was a sicko. I never even knew who he was till I saw this movie.
Yeah, and the fun thing is that, like, this guy is like 6'9", like 300 pounds, nothing but muscle.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and from what I hear, so Alan brought up the guys that profiled him in jail when they were like a better rendition of this would be the Mindhunter series. I think it's on Netflix. You don't get to see any of this shit, but you get to see the guys that interviewed him after the fact, and like they went and talked to him as he's still serving his life sentence. And once they went in there, they said he was just the nicest guy, totally cooperative. Told them everything they wanted to know. Always like had coffee waiting for them and stuff like that. And now, because he's got such a deep voice, he reads audiobooks, and that's how he makes money in prison.
And I'm just a little baffled too, because I watched the other version as well.
Okay.
And in that version, he was like good friends with the detective that was on the case, and he was even helping the detective narrow down who the killer was.
That's funny how that happens.
And I just was like, oh my God, this guy is, I don't know what to think about this guy. Yeah, everybody loved him except his mother.
Yeah, well, I mean, if what we saw in this movie is true, then fuck her, man. She basically made this monster.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree.
So,
he should have just killed her and gotten it over with.
Yeah, and that could have been the end of it right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you should probably still be in prison because if you're that twisted and like the things that he did with his dead mother's body, blah. So, well, I mean, Ed Gein, same basic situation, had mommy issues, right? He did kill 2 people, and we caught him, and we locked him up. We put him in a mental institution, and he basically spent the rest of his life there and never hurt anybody else, and ended up dying there. And from what I understand, lived a fairly happy life there in the mental institution. If Ed had just stopped at mom, go get yourself a padded room, no pun intended, and read some audiobooks for people, and we can be done with that, I think.
Yeah. Well, I guess his path was written for him to be a monster.
I agree. That's nasty. Whatever. I feel like this is a good pro-abortion argument to be made. Like she didn't want a kid. She had one, and then she just made fun of his penis. And this is what we get.
Yeah, very odd.
Forget about it. All right, enough about that. Monica, what do you got for us this week in immersion therapy?
We are going to do, actually, the brand new VHS Halloween movie.
Okay. Sounds great.
And where can we find this one? You said on Shudder has this movie?
Shudder has it streaming as we speak. It's available right now. It's from 2025. It's the latest rendition of the VHS franchise.
Perfect.
Tim didn't care for it, but you know him and his highfalutin standards.
Tim.
Check that shit out, inmates. We'll do the same, and we can compare notes next week. But now it's time for a round of Who's Your Daddy?
Who is Daddy?
First, my clues from last week. You want to see something really scary, Monica? I think this is probably the only horror movie that Dan Aykroyd has been in. Real horror movie. I mean, I'm not talking about Ghostbusters. This was like a legit horror movie, I feel like. And Dan Aykroyd was in it in the opening and the closing. I am, of course, The Twilight Zone. It's good. I like a crazy John Lithgow. When he goes nuts, he goes like over the top nuts. He was just in that movie, what was it, The Rule of Jenny Pin? Have you seen that one?
No, not yet.
It's a pretty good show. It's where he's like a tyrannical inmate leader of an old folks home in New Zealand. And he has this little doll that he carries around. Her name is Jenny Penn. And like either you have to like lick Jenny's asshole or he'll beat the shit out of you. It's a weird thing, dude. You got to check it out. But John Lithgow, when he's playing crazy, is bananas. And that's really something to see. And we got a double scoop of it in The Twilight Zone. I love that about him. Really, I think if you said the Twilight Zone movie, that's really the only segment that anybody cares about, is John Lithgow on the airplane, right?
Yeah. I think that was the best one.
Absolutely. I vaguely remembered the kid that could make his own wishes come true. I know there was another story in there that completely escapes me. And then you had Dan Aykroyd hitchhiking. And that was about it.
Yes.
I don't know. It's fine. All right. Who might I be this week, you ask? Well, my friends, I am on a family road trip with the wife and kids. And goddamn, if our car didn't break down in the middle of, I believe it was Arkansas, like back roads, back country, couple of brothers roll up to help us. And they are being extra fucking creepy. And it is not good. So you know what? They're looking at my daughter. I don't care for that, to start with. You know what? Two weirdo brothers, we're just going to walk, and no, nobody's getting in your truck. We're just going to walk. Luckily, we find a family. Maybe we were actually looking for this family and those brothers, and maybe we don't actually care for these type of people. I'm just saying. I'm not saying what I'm saying, but maybe I am saying what I'm saying, and maybe this whole thing was devised as part of a thing for us to do a thing on our vacation that we apparently do on a regular basis when we go on vacation. I'm not going to say anything else, inmates. Think about that shit. I will drop some knowledge on you next week. So you're going to want to tune in for that. In the meantime, I think that's about going to do it for us this week. Monica, you got anything else?
Oh, that'll do it. Thanks, everybody.
Absolutely. For Dusty in absentia, join us next week for more October Blood Lust, obviously. For Dusty in absentia, my son's head lice, who have prevented Dusty from coming here, and rightfully so. To be honest with you, I don't want to be in this house either. Miss Monica in, thankfully, above water, Phoenix, Arizona. Buddy, who I believe is still alive. He did post something on Facebook, so I think he's still alive somewhere. Probably still at work. Fucking killer bees and killer spiders. And not to include Yellow Jackets, which is like a high school volleyball team. Goddamn October and the shit weather that we're getting when it's supposed to be the fall season. It's supposed to be sunny during the day, little chilly to where you can wear a sweater if you choose. Instead, I have to wear a goddamn ski parka when I leave my house because it's nothing but rain and ice out there. Monica's got to wear a frickin' snorkel for God. All right. Shitty Mickey Mouse horror movies and the Padded Room podcast. I'm afraid visiting hours are over.
Bye, you guys.
I want to know how to survive in the nightlife.
I came up with a good lice joke. It came from the top of my head.